Coming in the very near future, we're going to be launching Marksman 2. If you have enjoyed the content and have found the Marksman Bootcamp materials to be helpful for you in leading other men, I think you're going to love Marksman 2. Now to clarify, Marksman 2 is exclusively for Marksman SWAT leaders. I've recognized that many of the SWAT leaders around the world encounter the same problems time and time again when they're trying to lead men. So how can you raise your game? How can you become an even more effective Marksman SWAT leader? That's what Marksman 2 is all about. So Marksman 2 is not going to be available to the general public. Marksman 2 is not something that you would send out a flyer for or marketing campaign for. Marksman 2 is exclusively designed for Marksman SWAT leaders who are already in the process of leading other men. I want to pour more into those who are actually doing things to fulfill the Great Commission, and that includes you. So coming in the very near future, keep your eyes open for more information about Marksman 2. To give you a little idea of what's included in Marksman 2, in the Marksman Bootcamp, you're probably already familiar with BRASS, right? B-R-A-S-S. Breathe, relax, aim, search, and shoot. You probably know that like the back of your hand already. If not, you need to go back through another Marksman Bootcamp to make sure you're refreshed with the content before you teach it. Anyway, BRASS is one of the core elements as far as the training goes in Marksman. However, we're going to take it to a whole new level in Marksman 2. And I'll just give you a little bit of a snippet as far as what to expect. In Marksman 1, BRASS is fundamental. In Marksman 2, we're introducing SCOPE. S-C-O-P-E. That's a brand new acronym, and SCOPE is going to allow men to have greater depth in their goals and ambitions in life. Right now, we have the crosshairs using your strengths and your passions on the target of loving God and loving others. But that's a two-dimensional type of target. If we add depth to that, utilizing SCOPE, it allows you to make a differentiation between targets that you want to shoot at 1,500 yards versus targets you want to aim at in 5 yards. Your approach to a 5-yard target is different than your approach to a 50-yard target, different than your approach to a 100-yard target, different than your approach to a 1,000-yard target. What's the difference between those targets? Well, a short-term goal is something you could do today. But a goal that's at 1,500 yards, that might be something you accomplish in a year or 5 years. A 10,000-yard shot might be something that's a lifelong shot. SCOPE is going to clarify all the different shots along the way and what's required to take shots over and over and over, short-term shots as well as long-term shots. Marksman 2 is also going to take you to an all-new level as far as your leadership of other men. For example, in Marksman 2, you're going to be able to share 5 letters as far as your status and where you're at with any particular shot that you're taking. So in the future, once you've gone through Marksman 2, you'll be able to rattle off this letter, this letter, this letter, this letter, this letter, and based on the combination of those letters, you're telling me exactly where you're at, what type of shot you're taking, what type of ammunition you need, what type of goal you're making, what kind of target you're shooting at, and how long it's going to take you. I'm going to know within seconds what you're aiming at and what you're shooting at in life. Again, right now in Marksman 1, most men are having conversations like, hey, are you taking shots? Are you breathing, relaxing, aiming, searching, and shooting? There's nothing bad with those conversations, but I want to take you to an all-new depth with those conversations and help you identify and triage where your men are at based on just a simple combination of letters. The art of leadership is for me as a leader to give you what you need, not force my leadership upon you, but to say, okay, where are you deficient? If you need greater communication, I'm going to give you communication. If you need greater strategy, I'm going to give you greater strategy. My goal, your goal as a leader, is to give other men what they need. So a combination of certain letters will tell you as a leader what other men need and exactly how you can come alongside them and help them. There's over twice as much content in Marksman 2 compared to Marksman 1, so I'm really excited to roll this out in the near future. But Marksman 2 is going to be most beneficial once you have led multiple boot camps. So in order to qualify to go through Marksman 2, you need to have led at least 3 boot camps of Marksman before you unlock Marksman 2 content. Once you've led 3 boot camps, let me know by going to marksmanworldwide.com. Go to the Marksman 2 page in the footer of the website and let me know that you're ready to take Marksman 2, and I'd love to connect with you.